Yo.
Got it, bro.
What's up, bro?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
Can hear you, can hear you, can hear
Alright.
you. Have you ever been on IG Live before?
Oh wait, this is my first time on IG Live. I don't even know how to use it. Yeah.
Same here, bro.
Bro, it's been long,
Anyway,
bro.
sorry, bro. Yeah, it's been long, bro. We haven't met in person for a while.
Yeah.
This is my house, bro. I don't think you've even been here before.
Yeah, man, bro. Looks sick, bro. Serious. You
Yeah.
can take and go around that, bro.
Can, bro. Let me just bring you around.
I can.
This
House tour lah.
this is
Oh,
a bedroom, bro.
bro, sick, bro. Nice.
There's only one person. There's only one person that's live with us, man. That's fine.
Oh, that's it, bro. Bro,
The
if
view
without the view,
pretty sick, right?
oh, look at that view,
This
man.
is your road, bro. The one that you always travel.
Yeah, I think so. I remember. Yeah. Dude, very nice, man. Happy for you.
Thank you, bro. God, I'm just gonna do a quick introduction, bro, because like, what I plan to do is after this I'll download this video and then just I'll put it on YouTube.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Okay, so let me do the introduction and then I will introduce how we met. Then you can just jump into it from there, lah.
Okay. Very casual, right?
Very casual, bro. Very casual. Super chill. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Acquaint by Aaron. So this is the first ever rendition of Breakfast with the Boys. So I think I restarted my YouTube channel and just started posting some videos about 3 to 4 months ago. And I think at that time, the whole goal with what I was doing with the channel was to just raise a bit of awareness around how like pornography actually impacts us as men. But just on a general note, I feel like growing up in an Asian household, I think life is a bit different from what we see on TV, especially the way we have been parented in our generation. So I think it's important that we just have a conversation. I'm so glad that today I have one of my really close friends, Sam, that will be joining me just to have a super casual conversation about just how life has been transitioning, right? I think Sam is also pretty young, just transitioning from like a teenager into adulthood, especially being in an Asian household. So that's what this entire conversation is going to be about. And Sam, just feel free to be super casual. So I have a few questions I've planned and we've walked through it. So we got you breakfast as well. So before we even go into it, I just want to say, I think it's important, like, to really appreciate sometimes the people that you have in your life. So I think before we go any further, Sam, I just want to say, really thank you for being in my life. You've been like consistently around for at least the last 10 to 12 years. And I just want you to know that you really mean a lot to me, bro. So I just want to say thank you. Maybe for starters, you can tell me about your memory of how we met, and I'll tell you mine. The
Can
first
can.
time you were drunk,
I
right? No.
I think my first memory of you, right, was in camp. I think me and Aaron met in a church camp. So I remember this guy was wearing tall, wearing a cap, wow, acting very cool, and things like that. I feel like, wow, who's this Lancy guy, like, But then after that,
I see. Okay.
yeah, because back then, the cat thing to the front
That was
was like,
cool lah back in the day, right?
yeah, that was cool lah. So he was trying to act cool lah. You know? But I after that when I grew to know him, he was. I mean, we grew like I think over the years only we became really close. But I think we met since then first, But I think after that it grew to a really good friendship lah. We have together. Yes, that was my first memory of you lah. Yeah.
Nice, bro. And my memory of you was completely different. I was actually doing my internship, bro, in the kindergarten. And I
Okay.
remember you coming up to me and then you said, "Hey, bro, you got girlfriend, bro." And then I think immediately you told me about like this girl that you were talking to, and then I don't know, things were not working out. Then I was like, shit, this guy is like what, 14, 15 years old, and he's like going through relationship issues at that
Bro,
age. And then
bro, I think you mean heartbreak, bro.
true, bro, true.
Sure,
But at
alright.
that age, bro, yeah, I mean, you started young, lah. We can go into that in a bit, lah.
Fine, bro. Make it.
Yeah, so like I think we've known each other for a while. I've seen you go from like literally teenagers, right? You were in church like 12, 13 years old, right?
Bro, I think way younger, bro. Grew up there, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven,
So
lah,
I
seven.
think 11, yeah, literally 11. And then I think you put on a lot of gains as well. So looking good
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I think the first question, bro, I just want to ask you today, I think it's really about friendship, bro. I think like we have some friends joining the we got like 6 people on. Maybe you can tell me, bro, especially like when we are teenagers and we were young, right, in school and in college, we have so much time, so much energy to just hang out and be friends with our friends. But like now as adults, I think half of the time, I don't know if you agree, but I feel super exhausted, and and most time when people call you out for Yamcha or whatever, it's just like maybe another time.
Yeah.
But how are you navigating friendship, bro, as an adult, as a working adult, with the
Oh,
lack
bro,
of energy? I didn't hear you there, bro.
I prioritize, lah, bro. I mean, in a sense where I think like when come to weekends, I think last time it's like, oh, you want to go out, and things like that, But these days it's like you just want to just relax at home, and just don't want to go out at all, And I think like when call, sometimes it's not like I don't want to answer, but the thing is I don't want to answer, and that kind of thing. So these are things where like on weekends it's just so very tiring. I don't know about you. I think same,
Mm.
right?
For me, bro, it's gotten so much a bit more challenging, especially now that I become a father as well. So I think I especially seen this like when I started working. When you start working, prior to working in college, like I think at night, evenings, you still have time. You want to just go out and hang out with your friends. But I think when you start working, by the time your work day is over, you're already like so damn exhausted. And then like on top of that, like I pretty much I think weekdays I don't go out or I don't catch up with anyone, and weekends sometimes you want to spend time with families. But with your circle, right? Does that affect your friendship when you actually meet up or not? When you meet up, like do sometimes your friends like guilt trip you, hey bro, I texted you that time or I call you to go out, and then like you don't want to go out, or like does it affect the friendships that you have?
Yes and no lah. I think it's because I'm the one that try to keep the friendship. I think initiate. And things. I think everyone have their own lives. Going around. So I think like
Mm,
sometimes I just WhatsApp in the group. Hey, let's meet up. And things like that. So, but everyone after when you grow up already, you have your own life. So
mm,
just nice to keep up with them on and off lah.
mm.
Yeah. How about you?
I think what you say is true lah. Like when it comes down to it, it comes down to effort, right?
Yeah. Right.
It takes
It,
both
it takes
sides
ways.
to
Yeah. Correct. Friendship
yeah,
takes both ways lah.
yeah, yeah. That's an interesting thought, and I think with that thought, right, we can just pivot into like the whole pandemic year. I think with COVID, I think our friendship was strengthened during COVID. We caught up quite frequently, at least like once every 2 months or so, just checking in on each other. How
I,
was like the entire
was checking your Blake only, bro.
Oh shit. Okay, okay. So you really didn't really care about me, like was
The,
how the dog was doing
the
lah.
friend was a side thing, lah.
Funny, yeah. But like, so how was the 2 years in COVID for you?
2 years in COVID, how was it, I think it was a lot of adaptation, lah. I think it was adapting to the whole new norm of working from home, and things like that. Because I think last time it's always outside, it's always outside meeting people and things like that. And when you're an outgoing person, to suddenly go into COVID, right, where you have to
Mm,
just be at home, work from home, meet clients from home, it's to be honest, it's different, but I adapted lah. I mean, with the company guideline and things like that, we adapted through it. But it's just different now. You know, I feel like
Mm.
a bit of I don't know about you, but maybe personality a bit changed a bit. You know, now it's like more
Mm.
comfortable to really work from home rather than drive
Mm.
all to the office and then start your work there. Yeah.
Mm. Now that like things are opened up, do you still have to work from home, or do they allow you to work from home, or do you have to go back to the office?
It's flexible now. What I mean by flexible is
Mm.
that there are days we go office, 2 days we are at home lah, and things like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yours?
So for me, I think like during the pandemic, right, the company pretty much tried to do as much cost cutting as possible. So they gave up the office. So we kind of lost like right at the start of the pandemic. So I think in March 2020, they just like completely closed down the office, and then they said like everybody starts working from home. I think the start was a bit of a struggle because like I think you come from like years and years of just working with your colleagues, right? Everything is just like you just ask questions in person, and then you get your answer almost immediately. And then it was just transitioning into like video calls. And I don't know if you agree with me, but when it comes to video calls, it feels like you're putting in a lot more energy. Like it's a simple question, the same question you ask in person, but when you're on a video call, it's like your whole soul has to come out, so like people actually get what you're trying to say. So I think like that was the tough part,
Holding
but like
Zoom, are you there? Can you see my screen?
yeah, yeah, standard line, right? Like now, like I think the other day I was in a in-person meeting, bro, with a friend. I said, hey, you can hear me or not? It's like, bro, we are here, bro, in the same room. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but like you mentioned about personality change, right? Like, you mind sharing a bit more about like when you say personality change, how did that affect you?
I think I was more of an extrovert last time.
Mm.
I like I
Yeah,
mean
bro, you're way extrovert, bro.
it,
You
it,
you are extreme end of
out,
extrovert,
right?
bro.
Yeah. Over the years, I think I have. I read up this thing they were saying like extra extrovert or something like that. If I'm not mistaken. So it's like, um, you sometimes are okay, you know, going
Mm.
out, but there are times where you need time for yourself. You know, you need time to be alone. You know, and things like that. So
Mm.
I think, oh, I feel like I resonate with that so much. You know,
Mm.
so especially on weekends, like, I sometimes like to be alone. you know,
Mm.
uh, and things like that. But you?
Um, I think like for me, in terms of personality change, I think it happened as part of growing older. I think we were very much alike, bro. I think that's why we could get along very well in our younger days. I think you were like far end extrovert. I was far end extrovert, and we were like the crazy people at church. Like I think that was really really fun for a period of time. But like I think as you grow older, naturally you tend to think a lot more. So I think like when it comes to personality, I think you also did a bit of psychology. Like we always talk about this, right? Like we always think extroverts are just the noisy people and introverts are the quiet people. But actually, we discussed like extroverts is like how you gain your energy. Like when you're around people, you feel very energized. But when you're an introvert, when you're alone on your own, that's when you actually feel a lot more energized. Like now, today, the way where you are in life, where do you feel more energized? Like with a group of people or alone in the
In
club
between.
or getting dressed? In between, lah, bro.
Yeah. In between.
Mm,
Yeah.
got
Like
it.
for
And
in between, it's more still towards you gain energy with people.
I have fun with both. So I think like very much like you. Like, I think there are certain. I think it comes down to the group of people. I don't know if you agree. When you go
Yeah.
with like a certain group, when the energy is right, like your younger
Yeah.
self seems to come out.
So
Like
yeah.
correct, you just go crazy, and it's just like back in the day. But sometimes, even though there can be a lot of people, but it's just people that you cannot get along, then it just like kind of dies out,
True. I
right?
totally. Yeah.
Hmm. Apart from that, bro, did you find like going through a pandemic and especially being in a lockdown for such a long period having any effects on the way you process events? So, I mean, that's a loaded question, but what I mean is like we all go through ups and downs, right? Like, do you feel like after going through a pandemic, if you go through a down moment, it's easier, it's something you can deal with a lot better? Do you find it that way?
Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, I think it helps you become more stronger mentally, I guess. I think you have already went one time, went through the pandemic a couple of times already, right? And I think have sort of I think adapted to this whole COVID situation already, and I think we are still going through it lah.
Mm.
Make you stronger, I guess. Maybe no, but I guess maybe human beings, we tend to adapt to things. So yeah, I guess that's that.
What was like one or two things that you did to cope throughout the pandemic, or something new that you tried? I don't know, maybe you took up cooking, or you got on Tinder a bit more.
Bro.
Shit.
I started reading lah. I started reading during pandemic lah. Before that, it's just
Reading.
yeah. I started reading.
Oh,
No, I mean,
didn't
let
expect
me
this answer, bro.
try.
Okay.
Yeah, because you always insult me, say I never finished. Bloody hell.
Yeah, just so
So,
for everyone watching, like, I think Sam always starts a book, and then 3 years later he's still on the same book, and I wanted to borrow a book once, so I asked him 3 years later, and the book still wasn't done yet, so still haven't borrowed it. I had to go and buy it on my own, but no
hey,
reason.
bro, because I need to refresh, I reread again. Okay.
Okay, I see, okay.
So I start. I think I downloaded this app where it tracks your habit. So it tracks habit for each day. What time you wake up. How many days you gym in a week. How then you can write notes on certain things. What you learn. So I think write that for a while and then get off. Try again, get off track. So I guess I'm still learning lah. I'm still learning. Yeah.
Nice, awesome to hear that, bro. I mean, I think reading as a whole really changes the way you think. I mean, there's this saying, like, right, the way where you are in 5 years is the people that you meet and the books that you read. But I think, like, especially during the pandemic, there's no one you could meet, and I find it in my life that it's a little bit hard to, like, approach people to want to sort of be mentored, or people that are, if you see somebody that's ahead of you in life, but sometimes they are ahead in one area, right? Maybe in their career they are ahead, but maybe in their personal life and in different aspects of their life, maybe not so much there. So to actually say, like, I want to really be close and learn from you, I find that to be a little bit tricky. Do you have, like, someone that's like a mentor that you look up to in, I don't know, in general?
Mentor, yes, I actually do.
Okay.
So I have one is my own agency manager,
Okay.
and also I think he's the one that brought me into my career, and things like that. So I think he taught me a lot of things over the course of 4 years, I guess. Just I was a young uni guy.
Brett.
Young brat. Like, really teach me how to grow up, I guess. Really teach me how to grow up, teach me a bit, and things like that. So I think this is something that I'm really grateful for, grateful for. Teach me how to do business, mostly teaching me how to grow up, and things like that. And I'm grateful for that, because I guess if I don't have him in my life, I don't know where would I be today, So I'm grateful that I met him. And in terms of mentorship, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have a mentor also, right? I mean, or someone like that.
So, like, growing up in church, right, I think that term mentor was, like, thrown around or abused a little bit. I think when we were growing up in the same church, it was the hot trend, right? I don't know if you were old enough for that. I think probably you were still in children's church. But I think when you were in youth, like, everybody had to have a mentor. Like, I don't know, you just have to have a mentor. So it's just like looking at different people and asking them, hey, can you be my mentor? Can you be the person I look up to or something? But now as an adult looking back, I feel like, man, there was so many things about the different mentors that we have that you don't see at that time, but just because you're in an environment where it says that you have to have a mentor, and then you just go up to these people, you don't know about like their background or how they process things or what are their belief systems, and then you let them speak into your life. So for me, bro, I was like completely vulnerable with my mentor back in the day, like really deep stuff, like traumatic stuff. I was just opening up my life and just sharing with him and her. And
Okay.
then a lot of times, bro, it was just what they believe or what they experience that's put upon you. Like maybe they believe that in fact, right now, I mean, I'm just gonna be like super open lah. Like I think I was going through like a rough relationship patch. I think also, and then I think like they were just advising me that no, just drop it, or just screw her, or I mean not screw her. I mean like just don't care about her. Go on with your life and things like that. But that the mentor I was talking to like had probably never been in a proper relationship before. So like all of a sudden, because you're in an environment where you're supposed to have a mentor, you don't even know what the mentor really believes or thinks about life. But because you need to have a mentor, now you have a mentor. So I think like it's a bit tricky, but I'm so glad that you have somebody that for a specific area in your life, especially your career, they've gone ahead of you. So it's important that you can hear from them and kind of navigate like possible mistakes that others have made that you could have made
Yeah.
without your mentor. So I think that's an important. Do you find like
Because they.
this conversation?
Yeah, correct.
So I mean, like especially maybe you can tell us a bit about what you do.
Okay. So basically, I'm an insurance advisor. I'm an insurance.
Shit, everyone's gonna leave the call now, bro. I mean, the two people.
Yeah, so I'm here to tell you insurance now. So I'm an advisor and also in recruitment lah.
Hi, in Germany.
It's basically providing solutions for clients, people in the market, and things like that. Helping them with their insurance planning, financial planning, and things like that. So this is what I do. So this is some in any contact with.
Bro, the first thing I want to say, bro, I think whenever you have an insurance agent friend, the typical belief, right? They call you to Yamcha, like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
go long time never meet, can we hang out, But what made you go into the insurance line, bro? I mean, you could have done anything. Why insurance, and how did it all start?
How? I think because I have a. Why did I venture into it? I think I saw. I went for the interview first. I went for an interview and I thought it's a very interesting, interesting career lah. Interesting career that I think might suit me and might suit. And I guess that's why I think I tried it, and after 4 years I'm still here.
Yeah.
So I guess it's very different from. I mean, if you're working underemployed, and things like that, it's very different. Whereas here is something where you're really building a business that's supported by a huge company lah. So this is something where that I feel that I can grow here lah. Yeah. How about you? With pop me and.
I want to dive a bit deeper into insurances, right? I think it's very interesting. So like I think with insurance, I think the general perception is that it's really tough. Like you have to you have to walk up to strangers and then talk to them and then try and sell them like a insurance plan. Is that the real perceived, like, is that really how like the whole industry works? Or and then you have these other guys on Instagram that are just flashing, right? Like, oh, the insurance means in like 6 months they're driving a Ferrari already. Or maybe you can tell a bit about like what really happens.
I see. So I think when you see all these people or insurance agent, they flash their own cars, nice house, their lifestyle. I think it's part, not to say part of our job, but because part of our job is also recruitment and also building. So one day we can have a big agency, because I think when you want to grow a business, it's very tough to grow it alone. So this is where your goal is not just to become a insurance agent or insurance advisor your whole life. When you want to grow here, one day you don't want to just sell insurance, right? We want to be able to manage people, lead a team, teach them what we have learned and pass on. So this is something where I feel that this is how they approach on selling their lifestyle, and things like that. So this is I mean that's where you see all these insurance agents flashing their watch
The
and how
Lamborghini, what the Rolexes and the Lamborghinis. But does it work though? Like I mean, from an outsider looking in, it's like, oh shit, like if I join like the insurance line, you feel like there's potential. Like in 6 months, in a year, I could be driving a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or things like that. Is that real? Is there real possibilities to achieve that in this field?
Yeah. It's real.
Okay.
It's real. But you have to really work hard for it, lah. You have to really work. Yeah. But first year joining insurance, I think it's the first year is very challenging for first year agents because you don't have any basic, you don't have any basic. It is this career is it's commission based, but it's not it's not commission based in what you think like gym sales and things like that. It's more of like a snowball commission kind of thing. So once you're earning around 4-5K a month, your income is always passively 4-5K a month. If you're earning 10K a month already, it's passively 10K a month lah. So it's like a snowball income lah. And things like that. So the first year it's the most challenging because you're starting your own business and you don't get any basic provided. So what they call it is they call it incentive for the first year. So you hit your sales target, you get this incentive and things like that. Yeah. So this is only provided for 1 year, and only if you hit the target, that's where you only get it. So that's where you see like some agents like really get desperate in the first year is because your livelihood is based on hitting the sales target. So that's, but after the first year, second year, you see the agents that are after have survived few years already, they're actually very, very stable. Yeah.
So the fact that you already have this like customers or this sort of passive accounts that are running, so you already have sort of your base salary lah. It's not you don't have to worry if like next month there's income that's going to be coming in or not.
It's not like property lah. You do one house, you got over a huge lump sum of money, and then you got to think of sale that you have to close, to subsidize your income, and things like that. Whereas ours is if let's say one client we close, we have continual income coming in every month when they pay them. Yes.
So where can people sign up, bro? just kidding. So I mean, since we touched on social media, right? Do you feel like it helps when it comes to like either self-branding or personal branding, or just as a whole, as an insurance advisor, like promoting yourself on social media? Do you feel it helps?
Yes. Yes, but I think like your social media cannot just be all about insurance. I think nowadays people are, they don't want to see you as just a salesman. But we are not salesmen, they call it sales advisors, So, but I guess like if you see a profile just full of about insurance, selling, then I think it's not something people want. But I think people are more attracted towards that kind of I think maybe influencer lifestyle. Yeah, influencer lifestyle, and things like that. So that's where a lot of influencers are, not a lot of influencers, like some influencers are in this industry and they're doing really well, because they have that branding, they have that name already. And insurance is something they do, that they do and their business in. So I think that's pretty cool, and that's also like my direction lah. My direction to maybe brand myself, not just like insurance, but I think mainly is personal branding for your own self lah. Yeah.
Right. And I mean, I love that lah. I mean, like I think that the way that you do social media, it's not like in your face kind of selling. It's like, oh, buy this, you need this insurance. But I think it's very value based. But talking about social media and just about you in personal, right? I think, do you find that especially coming through the pandemic, like the amount of social media that you consume is a lot more, or is it a lot lesser? Like after
a lot more
pre-pandemic, right? Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, correct. A lot more. I think like it's so easy to get distracted by every notification, and I guess comes to social media, then your WhatsApp, you have to attend your WhatsApp, then there's Facebook, and things like, wow, sometimes you're just being bombarded with, I don't know whether you feel the same way, but you're just being bombarded with every single distraction out there. Yeah.
Is it a positive thing? Do you feel it's a positive thing or negative thing? Because I mean, social media can be positive, right? You could see like, in a way, it's you catching up with how your friends are doing and their life, but in a sense, that also can be negative because you feel like you're comparing yourself to like where they are, the experiences that they are going through. Do you feel for you it's more of a positive thing or more towards a negative thing?
I would say maybe in the really neutral because they are also positive, they are also negative, because I make businesses from my social media, but at the same time also I spend quite a lot of time on social media also, so I guess really neutral, and I'm trying to find that trying to make it more positive rather than that balance. Correct. That balance. Yeah. So I'm just thinking of ways like how to be less distracted, and try to be more,
But you got the looks, bro. You got the looks that should always be on social media, bro. It's been, and I like for me during the pandemic, I took a year off, like completely off social media because I think that, just really when you're stuck at home and all you do is consume content of like how great other people's lives are, and I think even though it was a pandemic, people still had like a lot of things to like show, like, oh, I'm living this great life. I think sometimes it affects you where you start to compare yourself. Like you feel like, maybe you are so. Sorry, go ahead.
Is that why you stopped social media?
I think there are two reasons, right? This is why I started the whole channel again. I personally feel like social media plays like a big part in triggering like people's urges and my own urges towards pornography. I feel that way. Like, I don't know why, but whenever you go onto your explore page, there's always some provoking image of girls, and then I think like as a man, like that just kind of triggers off your thoughts, and that just goes all the way to places that you don't want to go. And to me, it was just that 1 year of trying to skip off. I think prior to that also, when I was like, I think when I just got married, that's when like I really realized that I was just talking to a friend, I think you know him, Petra, and he was telling me about like, this community of men that are just trying to really come out of pornography. And it was not, and I didn't know, I really didn't know about this at all. And I think I spoke to you about it. But that was the first point, like during the pandemic, where I heard and I learned about this whole community of people. And one of the main things that in this community they were talking about, that why we are so involved in pornography, is that social media has like this huge element of like watered down pornography, right? Like it's not porn per se, but it's extremely provoking. It's like content that's really promoted, and the way the algorithm works is that when this type of content comes up, it gets a lot more exposure because people are actually engaging with it, like emojis and stuff like that. So it gets flooded into your feed. And then the other thing that was really interesting that I learned is that whenever you sign up for a social media account, they always ask your gender. So if you sign up as a guy, somehow really this content will be pushed to you. And to me, to try and just starve myself out of like really
So
trying to come out of. Sorry, say that. Say again.
You put female instead of male lah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I put female, and then they started sending me your pictures, bro.
Bro.
Shit, but no, like, I mean that was my reason lah, and yeah, so I feel like social media plays like a big effect in really just triggering you down that road. I don't know. Do you feel that? Are you comfortable sharing if you agree, or I mean you can disagree or you can agree, or are you comfortable embarking down this conversation, or if you're not?
Yeah, about social media, I think I posted a video, and I think it was just like a TikTok video or things like that, but it got removed because they say that it was sexual and what's that?
I'm not surprised, bro. What kind of videos you posting on
Bro,
TikTok, bro?
oh, you know, there are some TikTok trends out there now lah. So there was one is there was one is like what time does your
Jiggle,
friend come?
jiggle.
Yeah, you know, and things like that. So you just record a video of what time each friend comes and meet you guys lah. You know, when you said 8:30,
Okay.
9 o'clock, some come at 9:15, you know, and things like that. So I think there was one title I just put Pookie.
Shit. And then you surprised why, bro?
Ending, right? So they removed the video immediately just because of that word, you know. It was nothing sexual at all. It's just that word lah, I guess, you know. So then I see, bloody hell, hey, all these TikTok, all these girls showing everything, bloody hell, they remove their video get removed, my video get removed for just one word. Yeah. That's why I was a bit
crazy, bro. There's some of the stuff that is on TikTok is like out there, bro. I mean, it's way out there.
Alright. My one video that got viral, I think it was 30,000 views, and like that video they removed. I like, bloody hell, my one day of fame just gone like that.
Why?
No, because of that word lah. That's all. That just because of that word.
Oh, that was the one that that went viral as well.
Correct. So yeah lah, that's all. Then I give up that life lah, bro.
Just like that. After they took down your most trending video.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it doesn't matter to me, but I mean, it's just for fun lah, I guess. Correct.
One last question before we go, bro. Like, I think especially now in today's day and age, like, dating is not as easy. You can't just like walk up to a person and just ask them out. I mean, that's just not how people do it. I've been married and I've been in a relationship for 10 years now. Maybe you can share a bit about how navigating relationships are like today as an adult.
Navigating relationships,
I mean, how does it? I mean, the whole dating, is it like fully online or like for you? Or do you meet people in person? Because you meet a lot of people, right?
Okay lah.
But
I guess like today's dating world is very different compared to last time. Last time is more on we meet each other, you know, and then that's where you connect. You know, it's very face to face, you know. But these days, I think like aside from your work, you know, and things like that, you're just meeting the people that you know sometimes, you know. You want to meet, let's say date someone different. Now you have to have an online presence also, you know. You have to approach online, you know. You know how you're going to meet them, right? Correct. So I guess it's very different, the current dating world and things like that compared to last time, you know. Now they have Tinder, they have all these apps.
The other people are not you.
Where you just you know, swipe, you know, and things like that. So I mean it's very different lah. It's very different compared to your time, because your time is millennials, is it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think borderline millennial.
Yeah, correct. So I guess this is it's something different lah. I guess you really you're not aware of it, but you just grow to the whole situation. Yeah.
The new way of doing things lah, in other words lah.
Yeah, the new way of doing things, you're just unaware, you know. Shit, you know, just eat now, you know, and things like that. So yeah.
Got it, bro. Got it. I think I mean, before we end, I just on a very personal level, I just want to say thank you, bro. I think like you've been an amazing friend over the years, and I think with starting this entire catching up with the boys, I think it's just to bring and raise awareness that, you know, friend number one, as guys, right? I think we always try to keep everything down, like our emotions, our friendships, like expressing our gratitude for people that we have in our life. We just keep it down, and it's just like very surface in that sense. But I think you've been just an amazing like friend. Like, I think we have always communicated the respect that we have for each other and the value that we hold towards this friendship. And I just hope if there's anything that people can take away from this conversation, is that even as men, it's not hard to like really be friends or be a friend. Yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much for, like, you know, even agreeing to do this call. I was like damn nervous. I've never been on IG Live before, and I'm glad that I never been, bro. I never been. Like, even in my work, we usually do like IG live whenever we open a new restaurant, but I'm never like in front of the camera. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
holding the camera.
It's very
It's fun. It's fun doing something that is like something that you're afraid of. So thank you,
good,
Sam,
bro.
for
Like stepping out your comfort zone, you know, and trying. I see you posting a lot of videos of Acquaint with Aaron, right? If there's
yeah.
something. No, to be honest, it takes a lot of courage for you to talk about the current situation in terms of you know, helping men go through pornography, you know, self development and things like these are topics where I don't think people are very daring to speak about, you know. So for that, I really give it up to you, man. Serious. You
Thank you,
have
bro. I've lost like thank you, bro. You know, it's so funny. Like, I lost like 40 followers since I started posting videos. So this is not about growing the account. If anything, this is like
yeah,
about degrowing. But I feel like if when I was growing up as a teenager, if there was someone to tell me that, hey, especially with porn, like you can come out of it, or if there was someone to kind of like help you navigate, it would have been so much easier. So I just hope that the little content or the little creative things that I do can help with that. That's
one.
the whole goal, bro. Yeah. Thank you so
Wait,
much, bro. I think. Sorry. What are you saying?
I think amazing, bro. Amazing.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we no.
When you shared to me about the topic, right? I was like, oh my god, shit.
I know. And you told me don't touch this certain topic, but I didn't touch the ones that you say don't touch. Like it's just.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you so much. But I think we can bring this to a close. But I think before we go, if anyone wants to connect with you, or I mean, could be insurance or just anything at all. Like,
Yeah.
how can they reach you? Like, what's the
Uh,
best way? Like,
DM me, slide to my DMs.
slide to your DMs,
Hey, you
send
know,
send news, is it?
yeah, you can just contact me on Instagram. I think that. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
All right, bro. Thank you so much. Enjoy the break. Oh shit, we didn't talk about breakfast. So today's
Hey,
breakfast, no
yeah.
problem, bro. You want to show us what you got, man?
Oh,
Since it's called breakfast with the boys, right?
yeah. Looks
Subway,
delicious.
yeah?
Yeah, man.
Because
Yeah,
you're
man.
healthy, bro. So that's why I got you Subway, bro.
Thank you.
Okay,
Wow.
bro, you enjoy. Thank you so much for joining. I'm just gonna end it, and I'm gonna edit and put it up on YouTube, lah.
All right, bro.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
so much, Sam. Thanks, bro.
inviting. All right.
Bye
See you.
bye. See you. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the first segment of Breakfast with the Boys. So glad to have Sam on board. Thank you so much. I hope you got a bit of value from the entire conversation. And I will catch you guys in the next one.